Hello, my name is Sache Park. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in touch with my partner this week. I understand that this was supposed to be a group project, but I hope that um, this week I can get it waived because I did not know that I would get point reduced for doing this alone because my partner didn't respond to me. But this is about fractions, and basically, what happens in this program is it asks for a numerator and a denominator. I asked for only integers because you aren't supposed to have decimals in fractions. And then after you get your inputs, you'll have the numerator and denominator, and then it'll determine whether or not that can be reduced to an integer, or if it can be changed to a mixed number, or if it stays the proper fraction. So the way I went about, the way I tackled this problem is I, of course, had the input and did all the coding for that. And then after I figured out all the different scenarios that would occur to solve for all the different situations or outputs that would have occurred, like proper fractions, improper fractions, and stuff like that. The part that took the most time was improper fractions and trying to make the if-else statements for the mixed fractions, and then the ones that reduce, and also the ones that are. I tried to implement negative numbers because I wanted to do that for my code, and that took a long time as well. I'll just go step by step over my code. Of course, we have our import, which is our scanner, so we can get input, and then we have our class. I named it fractions. We have our main method. We have our scanner thing, and then here I asked for the numerator, which is an integer, and the denominator, which is also an integer. And right off the bat, I made it so that if the denominator is 0, then it would automatically cause it to say that it doesn't work because you can't have a denominator that's 0. And then after that, we have our proper fractions. And I made it absolute value because sometimes there'd be a case where the denominator would be a negative number, but it'd still be a proper fraction. But if there wasn't the absolute values, it would say that the numerator was greater than its denominator, so it wouldn't make access this code. That's why I put the absolute values there. And then I made this one where if the denominator is negative, then, or if it's both the numerator and denominator, it flips the signs of both of them to print out the proper fraction in a positive way, or it puts the negative up front. And then this is if both numbers are negative or if both numbers are positive, then it'll just reduce to be a positive proper fraction. This next one here, it's for the reduced fractions and then the mixed fractions. So this one, it's the reduced fraction, and it'll just basically just reduce it to the integer that it wants to be. And then this is our mixed fraction. There's a couple lines of code. Sometimes if the denominator is, or for the negative, there's different code things. So if it's negative, the denominator or both of them, then it flips it again like we did up there, and then it'll have it. And I also put parentheses around the fraction just to make it clearer and cleaner. And then here it's like the regular again. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of tests. Let's just hit run here. I'm gonna do the samples one that we had in the thing, in the assignment thing, and then I'll do some extra that I made on my own. So we'll do 16 for the numerator and 3 for the denominator, and we got it's an improper fraction, and the mixed fraction is 5 plus 1/3. We'll do another one. Let's do 6 for numerator and 7 for denominator, which is 6/7, which is a proper fraction. Then the last test one that we had was 6 and 2, which gives us reducing to 3. And then I'll show you what happens if the numerator is 0. So let's do like 5 and denominator being 0. Then since denominator can't be 0. And then I'm going to do some negative numbers. So numerator is -1 and the denominator is 5. Then it comes out as -1/5 as a proper fraction. And then let's do -6 and then 3, which comes out just to -2, which reduces automatically. And then we'll have one more. Let's do -12. Let's do the mixed fraction, -12 and 9, which reduces to -1, and then it's added the -3/9. So that is my fractions project. I tried to get in touch with my partner, but I was unable to do so. And I apologize for not letting you know earlier in the week, but I hope that you'll be able to let this one go for not contacting you earlier. Thank you for listening to my program and project.